Hey everybody, it is Alisha Rayne. We are here doing the workshop. This is episode number 319 on a Saturday. We got some very cool people today. Ankita, she's actually coming to us from Vietnam, and then Danny at the Ploppy podcast is coming from snowy Alberta, Canada. So different time zones, different weather patterns. Totally, the whole world is a various and vast place. Crazy, right? Anyway, for those of you who have not joined us in the past, what happens is all of our comedians are given a subject ahead of time. They prepare some material for it, and then we give a little response. And then the second round is we do a little bit of our own material, and then the comedians give a response to that. We do any tags. If you're in the audience, you want to just send some comments in the chat. I do read them out loud. So yeah, go ahead, join us, interact with us. We would love it. So Ankita, she is raring to go. Ready. What was your subject? And let's hear it.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning from Vietnam. My subject was interchangeable parts. And when I heard this topic, I thought there's a trans joke there.
What is it? I'm so sorry. What's the subject again?
Interchangeable parts.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought there's a trans joke there, but then I Googled it and realized that interchangeable parts are basically identical twins, but they're dead inside because you can replace one with the other without any protest from either of them. Google also said interchangeable parts are nearly identical for practical purposes. So what could be the practical purpose? Maybe if you have erectile dysfunction, a spare, nearly identical dick would come handy. I suggested this to my now ex-boyfriend. He was not amused at all. Cars would also benefit from interchangeable parts, especially cars with low self-esteem. I drove a Fiat back in India, and I had a flat tire once in every 3 weeks on an average. By the time I sold it, it metamorphosed into a Hyundai. That's how badly Indian roads can damage self-esteem of the car as well as the driver, because I never drove since. But I digress from the actual topic. I dug deeper into the topic and found out that in July 1801, in the US, there's a guy called Eli Whitney who built 10 guns, all containing the exact same parts and mechanisms, and then disassembled them before the US Congress. And like a magician, he placed those parts in a mixed pile and reassembled all the firearms right in front of Congress. Now, I was trying to find out if he was also a pro-life activist, because if you can't kill them in the womb, you got to kill them in schools. Bastards need to be killed early on, right? It all started with guns. I told my miffed boyfriend a second time, look, since this started with guns, logically it should culminate in dicks. These both involve firing, and you're firing blanks for a while, baby. He moved out the next day. So for practical purposes, now I have a new boyfriend who's a nearly identical loser. I wish I had a doppelganger too. That way I could put the blame on her whenever I bombed horribly, which happens sometimes. An unrelated fun fact, Ellie is known for inventing cotton gin. Now, when I read this, my pupils dilated, my heart started racing faster, my hands started shaking, and I thought I had turned an alcoholic. But turns out cotton gin is not really a gin, so I am relieved for now. So that's all I got for my topic.
All right, very cool. All right, Ankita, we'll give you some response before you go, okay?
Yes, please.
I like the cars with low self-esteem. I think you could add on to that, like a car with, like a Mercedes, is a narcissist, or like, different types of cars have those psychological things to them. I think there's more there. And then bad roads. I think you can go a hell of a lot further with that. These roads were so bad, it's hacky. But how bad were they? You've got some just some bump, 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 like a whole list of how bad those roads are. So I think you got some stuff to work on there.
Yeah, bad roads be like bad sex also.
Yeah. It's bumpy.
It's bumpy.
Danny, you got any response?
I like the where you were going on there, Alisha, when you were saying that the cars could have different personalities, and then you could talk a little bit about that. You're like, it's like the owner also has that personality. If you're driving a BMW, you're just kind of an asshole. If you're driving a Fiat, you're just kind of sad. You got to replace the tires all the time. Yeah, I definitely think you can do something with that. I think it got really dark there. If you're like, if you can't kill them in the womb, then you can kill them in the schools. I was like, oh my God, I didn't think she was gonna get that dark. That shooting blanks punchline was really funny. I wanted you to own the punchline more, because it seemed like, I don't know, you're rubbing your neck and you're like, oh, I feel kind of bad about saying this. It's like, no, you got to own that punchline. You say these like little things afterwards. You're like, my boyfriend was shooting blanks and I told him, and so he moved out the next day. You're like, no, the punchline is shooting blanks. Like that was funny. That was good. Yeah, own your punchline.
For sure. And then you got an interchangeable loser, like your next boyfriend. That was really funny. From the Facebooks, Jester Lind, he's tuning in. Very cool. Thank you so much. He says the cotton gin ended up giving America one hell of a hangover. So there you go. So coming in hot from Facebooks, I would say one last thing. Like he was saying, like you could do the comparison, like owners resemble their pets.
Yeah.
Also owners resemble their cars. So you can kind of put that all
together. There.
So yeah. Anything else, Peter?
Yeah, that was it for me. That was good. I liked it.
Right.
Thank you.
All right, Ankita, we would love to hear more of your actual stuff next time. Okay, we'll get you next time.
Sure.
All right, sounds good. Danny, we'll hit you up next. Ankita, whatever you need to do, if you want to stay and watch for sure, or hit us up, whatever you want to do. Danny, we're gonna hit you up next. What do you got? What do you got for us?
Okay, so in the midst of this pandemic, I just been finding different ways to like lose my money. Because before, I don't know, you could go out to restaurants and you can spend too much at the movies, but you can't do any of that stuff. So I've become like poor bougie. Like, like I go to Costco and I'm like, "What's your most expensive card?" And they're like $90. I'm like, "Yeah, I can afford that." Walking with my gold card, like I'm some kind of gangster or something. Costco is great because you can get so much cheap stuff in like bulk. So we've just been like wasting things away now. Like in Edmonton, we don't have like I've seen that most, I don't know, countries or places have like a limit to how much garbage you can put on the curb. We can put an entire car on the back of the curb and the garbage man will find a way to take it. Like we've had 12 bags before. We're super wasteful here. We use we go to Costco, we get a pallet of just towels, and we use them like dinner napkins and just throw them away after the first use. I buy these huge bulk undies. I don't even bother wiping or anything. I'm like, whatever, I'll just throw them out and buy new ones. I don't care. And the thing with Costco is that like they're so reasonable on so much stuff. I remember seeing a guy return, and I'm serious, a jet ski. He used the jet ski for the entire summer, and then he was bringing it back like, I don't like how it handles. And they're like, okay, bring it back. Like, I'm pretty sure I could go there, buy a TV, just drop kick it in the parking lot, and bring it back in and be like, I dropped it. I'm sorry. Can I have a new one? No problem, sir. Oh, my thing was retail, by the way. That's why I'm talking about Costco. Yeah, I just jumped in there. Let's see here. Anybody? I don't know. I wear a mask whenever I go to a retail store. It's needed. It's necessary here. But there's some people that come into like my retail store at Best Buy, and they're just like, "Sir, you have to put on a mask." And if they think they can just ignore you, and if they can like grab their items and just run to the checkout, they treat it like a safe zone or something. Like it's like watching adults playing tag. Like, hey, you got to put on your mask. And he goes, oh, you can't, if I make it to the till, I don't have to do what you say. I'm like, what are you doing? We're not going to check you out. Just asshole. Like, God. We are trying to compete with Costco at Best Buy here, but we can't keep up with them. So the way my manager was trying to do it would be like, hey, you know what? If a customer brings back a TV, maybe we can give a deal on it. We'll call it an open box. And I remember wrapping these $10,000 open box TVs in literally just like Amazon packages, like cardboard, and thinking this is why Costco is winning. Like, this is so bad. This is so janky. I can't believe we're doing this. We would sell people warranties that they didn't need. You guys remember those warranties that they just push on you? I didn't even get paid for that. They would just give you like a pat on the back. Oh, it was terrible. All right. I had one more on here. Whenever and it's mostly white people that don't listen to, like, I can do what I want. They come to the retail stores. I don't have to wear a mask. I swear to God, if you corner white people into a corner, they don't scream for help. They scream Yelp. Like, I swear to God, I'll give you a bad review if they're getting like mugged or something. I don't know. I feel like a Karen without a Yelp review is like a samurai without his katana. Like, they're just defenseless against you, but with it, they're just deadly. I think that's about it. That's all I've written down for retail here. I haven't worked in retail for like 6 years, so I had to.
Well done.
Had to kind of delve deep, mine for those memories, huh?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I think we all have like a similar retail experience, having to deal with customers at any level. I like the gold card. I like kind of like acting like a baller in Costco. That's always kind of fun. Like the towels and the underwear. It was fun. The whole thing was just kind of fun. So
Okay.
that was really awesome. Scream Yelp. That was really good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Ankita, you have any response?
Yeah, I liked it actually. When you were talking about buying things in bulk that you don't, you could also think about things that you don't need, like adult diapers or even cartons of condom.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm
And you
single
can
and I'm buying condoms. They're such a good deal.
We don't need to know that. You should always keep stuff handy. Then I did not write anything, but I think innovative ways of losing money while on lockdown could have more legs, actually. Maybe you're investing in Bitcoins.
Yeah, I had
Not
another
just
thing where I was going more into that, where it was like I'm spending money just on stupid stuff, but I didn't want it to come across as like, I don't know, hacky, like, oh, I'm spending money on Amazon. I don't know. I feel like everybody's doing that. So I was like, oh, if I go to Costco, I can just like kind of disrespect it almost.
Yeah, about the mask, that was pretty cool. Do they also do a temperature check when you enter?
Some places do, yeah. Like I went to my dentist and they had to do a temperature check on me, but I don't know. How is it in Vietnam? Do they do any of that stuff or?
Yeah, they still do temperature checks. But it's interesting because somebody was saying that the temperature check is actually nothing. It's just, they hold the thing and let you go. And that there's that beep sound, right? Even if the sound doesn't come out, one of the guys just said beep. So,
Oh, you know who had that joke? I heard that before. There was a comedian. He had a whole bit about that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I think it's on Netflix, I think.
Yes. I know
So there could be some bit about temperature check also.
Okay. Yeah.
I love the scream yell. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, Facebooks from the Facebooks, they also said, yes, screaming yelp. Loved it. So,
I had another idea where to go with that, where like if a burglar was to come up to like a white woman, like I don't know, just in an alleyway or something, like she wouldn't scream help, she's like yelp, yelp. Like I don't know, somehow I was trying to figure out an ending how she kills the burglar with a Yelp review, but I just can't.
Well, I feel like it's the review itself. This robbing was 2 stars.
2-star Robin is terrible.
Yeah. So I think, for sure there's something there. Yeah, lots of good stuff there for sure. I feel like, you got a gold card, and you're like, I got a gold card, but I'm acting like it's a black card. I'm getting towels, like that's it. That black card is like a Jerry Seinfeld card. Like that's for like super rich people who own islands like that. That's how you're.
I got a can of spray paint. I can spray paint this thing. That's fine. I got the spray paint at Costco. It's perfect.
There you go. Yeah. So yeah. Anything else?
No, that's all.
No. Okay. Mine was steakhouses. So yeah, I kind of went off in a little bit of a tangent here. So yeah, I don't like steakhouses. Like when you go to a restaurant in general, the waiter is always gonna list off the specials. And sometimes the list of specials is so long, it's like longer than a CVS receipt. And you're like, what was that 8th one from the end? The one with the chutney. Yeah, not that one. But can you go through all of them again? I'd appreciate it. Can you take our picture with our food for Instagram? Can you do that? Will you geotag us? Just a lot of silly things for the waiter there. Yeah, and I was thinking about like Outback Steakhouse, and I was just thinking, you know what? Don't fuck with bears, okay? Because like a grizzly bear, that'll eat your face off, but a koala bear will eat your eyes out from the inside. Syphilis, bro. Yeah. Yeah, Australia, man, there's a lot of animals there that are adorable, but you wouldn't want to mess with. Like a kangaroo, those guys box. Okay, not like MMA, Chuck Liddell, more like Muhammad Ali, but instead of, like float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, they hop like a kangaroo and box like a kangaroo. I don't mess with that. Too cute, too much. Yeah, guys. Dream wedding, nothing to do with anything. Dream wedding. Okay. 80s prom. All right. Let's get into it. 80s prom. Beyond that, zombie 80s prom. Okay. Scratch that all. Scratch all of that. Scratch all of that. Okay. Married in Vegas by an Elvis impersonator. Okay, it would be better if that wedding in Vegas was one of those drive-through weddings, one of those drive-through chapels, and it was still Elvis impersonator, but it would be great if it was like at an old school drive-through, so you like go up to the menu and like put in your order through the drive-through menu, and so somebody over the intercom's like, "How can I help you?" I'll take one wedding, please. Thank you very much. And then you have to like pull around, and then Elvis impersonator marries you while you're in your car. That would be fantastic. Scratch all of that. Zombie Elvis impersonator marries you at that zombie 80s prom wedding. Okay, scratch all of that. Britney Spears impersonator marries you in Las Vegas. Okay, scratch all of that. Regular Joe, normal guy who marries people. Okay. I'm dressed as an Elvis impersonator, and the person I'm marrying is dressed as a Britney Spears impersonator. What? Oh my God. That is next level. I didn't say it was a woman. We're just all having a good time. So McDonald's came out with a McRib, and they were like, you know what? We should come out with a McRibeye. And then they realized later that that's just a mistake. Steakhouses, a lot of times will have like a salad bar, a little buffet action. But I feel like a lot of these steakhouses are going to be the same, like where I live, where people don't eat salad really. And so the salad bar in most of my restaurants are iceberg lettuce, cheese, some croutons, and ranch dressing. There is French dressing, but they have to go get it from the back. And like, what did they do on a salad bar before sneeze guards? Was like boogers just like an accidental relish? Is that what was going on there? I don't know, guys. I don't know if my dream wedding will ever come true. And that's okay. I'm just going to tamp down those feelings like I tamp down all of my other feelings and just have medical problems later. So I'm Alisha Rayne. Thank you so much. Oh, Lord, you guys. Very raw, unedited. So any response is welcome.
So this French dressing, get it from the back. Is there a reference to anal there? I don't know, maybe.
I can make one.
I love Mistake.
Oh,
that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a very good one. Drive-through weddings is also quite cool. I actually, love the whole thing about syphilis, about kangaroo. Quite interesting, like diverse. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a steakhouse is the only one I could think of was Outback Steakhouse, and then it just went to Australia and never left, really. So, yeah. I don't know. Anything else?
No.
I thought it could have when you're talking about like being just awful to the waiter at Outback Steakhouse. I thought you could have like a funny hashtag, like hashtag I'll do anything for money or anything like and put your face on there and like do I don't know. I thought it would be funnier if you were a bit more abusive to the waiter.
And it for
bring
just
your
for Instagram hashtag tip your waiters hashtag stuff like that.
Yeah. I thought it was a interesting kind of idea. I don't know, kind of a funny like premise that the cuter an animal is, like the more it can fuck you up, like a kangaroo. It's like, oh, it can hop like a kangaroo and can also box like a kangaroo. Did you know that kangaroos box? That Married in Vegas by an Elvis impersonator. When you said drive-in, I thought you were gonna go on like a McDonald's drive-in where you can order your husband. And you're like, I'll get this Cuban guy, 6'2", shaved head, and a large fries. That'll be good.
You know, and that's so weird because that would have exactly been my order. So
and that mistake, whatever, that was good. It took me a beat, and I was like, okay, to be a mistake. Oh, I had to like say it again for it to catch, but that was a really good tag. I like that one.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All the way from the Facebooks, we got George Robert Simmons talking about Australia. How about most fatal snakes in the world? George, killing it over there. How about dressing is Russian and they squirt mayonnaise and then ketchup and mix it in your salad? Guys, I've done that on the side. Okay, you take a little side cup with ranch in it, put some ketchup in it, mix it together with a French fry. If it's with a utensil, then that ain't it, okay? And then there is your Russian dressing. George, reading my mind over there. People are psychic all over the place. And then George Robert Simmons, my waiter had a bloomin' onion that wasn't on my plate. Guy, get in there. Thank you, George Robert Simmons. All right, very cool. All right, awesome people coming in from Facebook. Really appreciate that. And now we're going to go on to our next round. Ankita, can you do a little bit of
I'll do it. Yeah.
Okay, really appreciate you sticking around. Thank you. All right, Ankita.
So I live in Vietnam, and a lot of people ask me, because I'm Indian, if I'm a yoga teacher, and I say no, but I do know Kama Sutra. It's same. You smell a lot less farts. That's it. I can take vegan classes and teach you some weird positions if that's your job. So I was telling a friend that I'm doing this Kama Sutra gag, and his response was, wait, Kama Sutra has gags in it? I said, not really. But if you're really into BDSM, you should look up the Bible. Because look, the Bible has everything, right? Whips, nails, chains, burly men wearing kinky outfits. They spend a whole night tying up a ripped dude. For penetration, Bible is your BDSM goldmine. It even has a second coming.
Oh.
I have been living in Vietnam for 4.5 years now, and I have not had a Vietnamese man yet. Can you imagine living in a foreign country for this long and never trying the local cuisine? But in my defense, I mean, I'm a full meal kind of person, you know, burritos, hot dogs are more my kind of food. Spring rolls are too small to fill me up. Or I'll eat 4 or 5 of them at a time.
That's awesome.
My mom is trouble, okay? I am friends with her on Facebook. And let's say I post a picture from a girls' night out, and there are 5 girls in focus, beautiful, clear. And maybe maybe one blurry, obscure guy somewhere far in the background. She sees that picture and asks me, "So the guy with you in the picture, is he married?" I don't know, Mom. I didn't ask. He wasn't waiting at our table. And I don't know if it's okay to engage in that kind of personal conversation with waiters, but I'll try next time. So this happened a few times. But one time, she sounded rather pleased. She told me that, "I'm so glad that you ditched those young guys that you usually go for and found yourself a respectable older man." There was a framed photo of the great Ho Chi Minh in the backdrop. I have her restricted since. She also recently discovered that I'm trying comedy and she immediately wrote me off. But that's not a surprise because she has written off all my past lovers. At least this time she gave me an explanation. She told me, "Look, you don't have a husband who beats you regularly, nor do you have kids who you beat regularly." That's Indian family, by the way. Your life is not fun. Coming from your own mom, that shit is heartbreaking. I told her this is exactly why I have a therapist, Mom. But I actually have a fun therapist who recommends frequent masturbation for my anger management. And it was working so well, till the day the nurse walked in. I also tried to tell Mom that I have Tinder, which is a fun app, and she wrote that off as well. She said, "We don't need apps for arranging marriages." Many men think women don't take interest in politics, right? It's not true. I mean, I'm deeply disturbed by some political issues like unequal wealth distribution. It's so unfair. Now, I have this girlfriends group, and there is a girl shorter than me. I mean, I'm 5 foot nothing, by the way, and she's even shorter than me. You would think life has given her lemons, but no, life has given her melons. Firm, ripe, juicy double D melons. Now, unequal boob distribution can be very divisive in a group of girls, It pushes up unnecessary jealousy. The last one, I mean, a lot of Indians here are quite miffed with me because I talk shit about Indian men, which is true. And I also make references to the rape culture and all that. Now, look, if someone asks me, a man, "Do you want to have sex with me?" and I do this, I understand that he might get confused because it might mean yes or no, right? So consent can be highly confusing. But then I read a report of a guy who got arrested for fucking a rainwater pipe. During interrogation, yeah. During interrogation, he said he hadn't fucked for 4 days and chanced upon this moist hole, thinking she was ready for him. Now you see, some holes in our bodies are self-watering types, right? Like mouth. I don't know what you were thinking. So if you get past an Indian restaurant and the smell of food makes your mouth water, that could be dangerous because you don't know if you're signing up for a tikka masala. Mouth gas, you will feel it everywhere. So ever since I read that report, I carry a bottle of water with me, and I see any hole remotely penis-sized, I water it diligently to create a lot of wet choices around me. Yeah, that's my set.
That is hilarious. Too funny.
I was good. There's so much in there.
I'm just like so not surprised by it. And I feel like, Danny, you're like, what? I don't know. I've guys have like told me some stories about like, I don't know, things. So I'm not surprised at like what the story of that, but that whole bit was super funny, and like going by the Indian restaurant, and it was so hilarious. So
Thank you.
for sure. Danny, you got any response?
Yeah, I've written down quite a few, but I'm just gonna talk to you because you had so many good ones. I'm like, I can't write these all down. Like I have to just listen because I'm missing parts of it. I love though when you come out with your tags and you go, oh, could you imagine living in a culture for 4 years and never trying the local cuisine? And you related that to Nasi. That was funny. That was good. That moist hole thing at the end, that had me laughing really good. God, there's so many good ones. Yeah, the whole set was really good. You didn't have any kind of pauses or breaks or anything. I like your cadence. You went through it very naturally. It seemed like you were just, telling a good story. So yeah, your delivery was awesome, and everything rolled into one another really smoothly. And yeah, I like that. It was, I don't know, it was shocking to me. I didn't expect all these dirty things. So yeah, it was good. I liked it a lot.
Thank you.
That's a great bit to end with for sure. But going back to the beginning with your mom and like her kind of wanting you to be with older guys, I've got somebody from the Facebooks. Maybe you try to end all her asking, and you go to a nursing home and pose with an old man with an oxygen tank and say, "Is he old enough?" And to my surprise, she answered yes. So,
Okay.
there you go. I like that. George Robert Simmons coming in hot from the Facebooks. I do like that that it was like the leader of Vietnam, right? That's who it was. Yeah. So it's just like, no, that was the, and I feel like you could almost say that was the photo print guy, like in the photo, like not even like a real person. That would be cool too. She hadn't even put a picture in the frame yet. It was just a random, something like that. So yeah, that was really all I had. I just was like, that last part, my mind was a little blown. So it was really good. So for sure.
Thank you very much.
All right. Ankita, thank you. Danny, you ready to bring in the heat? Yeah.
We'll see. I'm reading through some of the stuff that I've written, and I'm like, this is stupid. This is just, yeah. I don't know. I have these thoughts at like 3 a.m. where I'm like, oh, I have to write this down really quick, and I read through them, and I'm like, God, my God, I feel bad for every teacher I've ever had. So I've gotten a new job at a bank here, and I get to see like richer people's houses because oftentimes, they can't meet in the bank. They want you to just go to their homes. And I'm starting to be a little bit creeped out by some of the decor and artwork that they got there. It's like the richer you are, the more perverted you are. There's like naked people on your walls and everything. You're like, yeah, it's just classy. You're like, I guess. I don't have kids just on my wall, but all right. They have like voluptuous sculptures of like, I don't know, young baby boys just peeing into a fountain. I'm like, how many pounds, is it between like, oh, this guy's really rich. He has a lot of money. And this guy's a pedophile. He has nothing but like porn and like baby boys peeing into fountains. You're like, I want a building inspector to go through and just start counting them like 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3, you pass the inspection. Wait, is that a 4th one in the backyard? Get the paddy wagon. This guy's a pervert. I had another idea with I was watching this documentary about Jeffrey Epstein and how all this like sex ring and this whole thing, and I couldn't believe it. And my main focus was like the main focus was obviously the horrible pedophile things that was going on. But for me, I was like, those houses look amazing. What happens to those houses once Jeffrey Epstein gets locked away? Is there like a realtor that specializes in selling those mansions? I mean, Michael Jackson had a huge mansion with like a carnival in the back, but everybody knows. You're like, hey, that's the carnival where kids got molested. Is there like, there should be a show like on home television where they're like pedophile properties, and there's like a realtor. You're like, listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up. There were kids molested in this house, but it's got 5 bathrooms, all tiled, brand new kitchen. Come on, follow me. It's a great price. I just want to see how low the price would be for people to just like, be at peace with the horrible things that happen there. They're kind of just talking to each other like, Marion, I know what happened here. I know, but this view is amazing. We're 100 meters from the closest school here. There's a modeling agency that runs out of the basement. Bill Clinton still stops by all the time. The perks are too good. We got to buy this house. We got to buy it. All right. I don't understand why some people come into the bank here and they choose not to wear a mask. Like, I've spent $10,000 on my teeth and I wear a mask. I'm angry at those people who come in. It's like, I don't want to wear one. I'm like, dude, you're missing teeth. You got horrible, stinky old man breath. Like, we're doing you a favor, man. We're making you more attractive. I should be the one who's pissed off. My teeth are perfect. It's $10,000 down the drain. I don't think I could even date an anti-masker. It's not for any like political reason or anything like that. I just don't think they'd be kinky enough for me. I don't think they'd be kinky enough, because if I can't get you to wear this cloth over your face, I got a whole suitcase in the closet of shit that we're just gonna have to throw out. Ball gags and all this pervert. You're not gonna wear any of that. I could throw away my leather pants and 10-inch dildos. We're not gonna use any of that stuff. And they're so whiny. Oh, I can't breathe with it on. You're like, oh, let me guess, you don't like choking either, huh? Okay. Any lady who's like, oh, I can't breathe. It's like, that's what sex is. You're not supposed to breathe. You're holding your breath, you're getting choked. I don't know. I feel like anti-masker blowjobs are just like, yeah, those girls are just like, just blow on it, like whistle on it. No, you gotta be choking. There's no breathing. Mask would only help. All right. Oh, I had I had one that would be kind of Canadian specific. I don't even know how to. Do you guys get some kind of checks or anything from the government that, I don't know, supplement your income right now?
Well, there's stimulus checks.
Stimmies? Okay, then I'll update the joke to say stimmies here. If I can't get you to wear a mask, how am I gonna get you to wear the big gas mask and fist my asshole like I'm pooping stimmies? Huh? You're never gonna do that with me. I can't date an anti-masker. I can't do it. I had one last one here. That's just, I've been watching a lot of like politics lately, and there's dirty politics where, they look back in time and they see all the stuff that you did wrong. And I was like, God, if I was ever a politician, they pull up stuff that I saw on the internet. Donald Trump, they had grab her by the pussy. They recorded this secret conversation and they put it out there for everyone. Our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, did brown face in high school. They pulled that shit up. There should be like a lawyer for online stuff that you put online, okay? Just because you did blackface in 1990 doesn't mean you should be deemed a racist. A lawyer would come and be like, Your Honor, I'll let the record show that he watched interracial porn every day that month. How can he be racist if that's all he's watching, huh? I want to show like the old Netflix DVD rentals. They're like, look, he rented Shaft 3 times that month that he did blackface. This man is not a racist. That was that was kind of my idea for that there. So yeah, that's my set for now.
Hilarious.
All right, very cool. Let me get us to, there we go. More of a thing. Lots of stuff going on there. For sure. I liked doing a little tour of the house. You could even go the other way where, like, oh, there's, this house was a murder scene, but these sconces, this house was the site of a cult, but look at the view. You could expand on that and then make, focus
Okay.
on that. I also thought that, there's, at the end, you're like, oh, and, the rich people have these like voluptuous little, fountains. And weirdly enough, they found the same fountain at a pedophile's house. Like you kind of like,
Make it subtle,
get it more, I guess. I'm glad I told you the word stimmies. Whoa. That's funny. Anyway.
Yeah, I was trying to make it as a big or surprising punch, like, oh, you won't wear ball gags, you don't like choking, you don't like all this stuff. And then I was gonna say, I want you to wear a gas mask and fist my butthole like I'm pooping Serb checks. That's what I'm checks from the government, because everybody loves those. They go, oh, give me stimmies or give me all this stuff. Yeah.
I just have two things to say. Your set was hilarious. You are single now. I know why. You should basically move to a country like Vietnam, which is where people anyway wear masks with or without COVID. So you'll have your pinky dreams fulfilled. I was the richer people being perverse. That was amazing. I was thinking if C.K. Lewis had, statues at his house, and he was jerking off to those statues, that could keep him off trouble, right? So maybe find some sex offenders and put statues in their houses and see how that could solve their problems.
That'd be good. Okay, yeah.
The like put make them homebound or whatever. Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah, like Aziz Ansari going on a date with a statue. no emails or no more,
You don't have to interact with any other comedians, Louis C.K. Just stay home.
That'd be a really funny, yeah. What if this statue starts getting creeped out? Like it starts turning away? You're like,
yeah, maybe.
Oh my god, like some sort of weird Pygmalion, and like the creates him as Louis C.K. and then the Pygmalion statue is like, ew.
Yeah.
Or it's pissing on his jokes or something like that. It could get really bad.
Oh, and then he gets offended. It is funny.
Yeah.
That would be good. Can I ask you guys something? I was trying to develop this bit where I thought it was funny because some people like, you see some people with the mask on and you think, oh, it's almost like sunglasses. Like you see somebody like, oh, they're quite handsome or they're quite good looking. And then they take off their sunglasses and they got like one limp eye or something. You're like, oh God. It's the same thing with the mask. I was trying to, did you guys find that funny at all? Did you think I could go in a different direction? Because I thought that was a good premise, but I don't know if it's, I don't know. I feel like a douchebag if I'm like, my teeth are perfect. Everybody else sucks. I don't know.
It's really very nice. I mean, that you keep talking about how you spend $10,000 for your perfectly white teeth. And there's this old man with a missing tooth and something, smelly breath. It just works so well.
Yeah. I mean, okay. This guy's like spent zero money at the dentist.
Yeah.
He's just bragging about it, going around. Yeah. No, it's good. It works. It works good. I mean, you can talk about beards, people having beards, and they shave it, and you're like, put it back, or other things that adorn your face. So it's worked. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Ploppy Podcast. That's you, right? George Robert Simmons, he's coming in hot from Facebook. Going back to review some of the older stuff from Danny. The room with the Barbie playhouse for real. I feel like there's a better way to deliver that. We Georgia General Assistance. GA, is that what that is? Is that a Canadian? GA?
Let me see here. We GA General Assistance for Lazy Twin.
Fresh City. All right, George. Cool. Very cool. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on. Danny, fantastic stuff. Stimmies, great. Yeah, I feel like that any insect is terrifying while tripping on shrooms, for sure. Yeah, I feel like conservatives and libertarians are kind of like Albert Einstein and his wife kissing cousins. Yeah. Yeah, libertarians are pretty intense people. They are kind of like the hold my beer of gun owners. Because no matter like whatever gun you have, they have it beat. Okay, you have a 9mm. They have 29mm. You have a shotgun. They have a sawed-off shotgun. You have a rifle. They've already shot you because you're on their property. So intense. And everything I said, they take as a compliment. So, you know, I don't feel in danger at all. Do you think that Macaulay Culkin's last words in the movie My Girl, where that Veda is the bee's knees? That's a deep reference there. It's fine. That's fine. I think that Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart should come up with a TV show called Smokey and the Bandit. I think so. I think that's good. When you drink alone, you're an alcoholic. But when you drink with other people, you're just socially drinking. When you kill alone, you're psychotic. But when you kill with other people, you're just hunting. That's all you're doing. Let's see. I was on the bus a while ago, and somebody gave their seat up to somebody else. Like an older person came on the bus, and somebody gave up their seat. And I was like, that is so nice to see that chivalry is still alive on the poverty mobile. Yeah. Anything else here, Alicia? I don't think so. I think that's about it for me. So, working on right now.
That was great. I really liked your poverty mobile ending. Yeah, that's pretty good. You're like, yeah, give up my seat in on the bus, but nobody visits him at his old folks' home. So
very cool. Yeah.
what was the one that you had just before that?
The Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit was good. No, it was after that one. It was the second last one there.
The My Girl one?
Yeah, what was My Girl? What was that one about?
Nobody got it. It was really dumb. It was Macaulay Culkin at the end of My Girl.
Okay.
Gets stung by a bunch of bees.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And so I thought, what if his last words were that Veda, Anna Klumsky, if he thought that Veda, his girl that he likes, if she was the bee's knees. It's the worst.
Okay.
But sometimes you gotta put out those stinkers, huh? You really like to smell up a room. It's cool, you guys. It's fun.
Yeah, that was Okay, I wanted to know because I was like, I feel like that went over my head. I've seen the movie, so I wanted to know.
Yeah, it didn't go over anyone's head. It was just terrible. So we're good. But yeah, that's all I was working on, just a few little bits. Ankita, do you have anything?
No, I found the whole thing pretty funny, and your style is quite different. It goes very deep, actually. Yeah. You have like slow burners.
Yeah, just you have to scratch the surface, and who wants to do that? So I'm just Georgia comments hot off the Facebooks. How about a person drinking in their wheelchair? Isn't that drinking and driving? Very true. Very true. I love it, guys. Ankita, before we let you go, where can we find you online?
Okay, my Facebook profile is as my name is Ankita Ghosh, Ankita space Ghosh, and yeah, you can hit me up there. I have a Twitter, but I don't use it. I mean, I don't tweet because I'm never angry.
We get it. All right, Ankita, she's on Facebook. Be sure to follow her. We'll have all our information on the restream, but for sure follow her. And then Danny at the Ploppy Podcast. Anything else we should know about you?
I took a bit of a break from uploading weekly videos, but they're back on now, and I just filmed my most recent one. It's called the Leather episode. So, yeah, check that out. Check that out. It's very kinky. Yes.
Okay. So just look you up on YouTube. How do I find that?
Just look up the Ploppy Podcast on YouTube, and yeah, I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter a little bit less, but Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that. Snap me at the Ploppy Podcast on every social media site.
Okay, the Ploppy Podcast. It's got alliteration. I think you can remember that. I'm Alisha Rayne. You can find me on Instagram at Alisha Rayne, on Twitter at Alisha Rayne 2. I will be hosting the Wish You Were Here online comedy showcase next Sunday, April 18th at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Got some pretty cool comedians on there. Very cool, you guys. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, George. Thank you, all of our other Facebook watchers. We really appreciate it. And